The name of your website
Is danielnicewunger.com.
and the video series that you have on Facebook is.
The video series, the easiest place to find that is at aplaceintheconversation.org.
Placeintheconversation.org.
.org.
Because I've listened to some of her video clips and yours, and just the angst that a couple is dealing with when they are given a diagnosis that's terminal.
Yeah.
And how do you cope with that? And what do you do?
Yeah.
And who helps carry that burden with you? Who has helped you with that burden? I mean, you mentioned a physician, but
Yeah.
who's helped
See,
you?
that's surprising, right? And that's one of the things that I think trips people up, right? It tripped us up, right? We had a whole, in our mind, right? These are the people that we can count on. These are the people who are going to help us through this and help us carry this. And they fled. And part of it is they can't deal with it, right? They don't wanna, it hurts too much. It hurts too much. They don't wanna hear the truth. They don't wanna hear the truth of it. They want me to be well so badly that to hear the reality of what things are, they don't want it. They can't do that, and they can't process that. This is not a bad thing. It's just where they're at.
Acceptance is hard.
It is. It's very hard, right?
We want to rescue.
Yeah, we want. Yeah, you want to, right?
Yeah.
It's like, when somebody comes and goes, "Wow, you look fantastic today." Well, okay, I look fantastic, but and this is truth, right? Like this is true right now. Like, people will come up and say, "Hey, you look fantastic." Well, okay, the cancer is growing in my liver and it's spread to my lungs, so you can tell me I look fantastic, but the truth is, the cancer's beating me down right now, and it's winning right now. I don't like the word winning, but
Yeah, actually, in your last post,
yeah.
I really, and I'm drawing a blank. Give
Yeah.
me some grace. I can't remember exactly how in counseling we would call it, you reframed it.
Yeah.
From that win-lose to a different paradigm.
I talked about living versus fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked about living versus fighting.
Can you expound upon that just for a moment?
Yeah, so we talk. There's a lot of our language is fight language. Like, I'm gonna fight cancer. I'm gonna fight cancer, and so and so fought the good fight against cancer, right? And I struggle with that language. I don't like that language, for the very fact of what I just spoke, right? Like, cancer's winning. Right? Okay, if we talk about fighting something, in every fight there's a winner and there's a loser, right? And I don't want to be thought of as a loser, right? That's just, I don't want to. I would rather be thought of as somebody who's living life to the fullest, right? And so I really try to and struggle to talk about living with cancer. Rather than me fighting cancer, I'm living with cancer. Cancer's been my reality for 7 years. And so I haven't, I'm living with it. I like to talk about living with it as background noise. It just is.
What you just said resonated with so many people, because there are circumstances in their life they will never be able to change.
Yeah.
but they can accommodate them.
Yeah.
And they can journey on.
Yeah.
And they can decide, how am I gonna cope?
Yeah.
I can't change the circumstance, but I can change how I cope.